One of the most amazing things I learned in a life, as I had thought happiness was always something external to me, involved having lots and lots of things. But what I learned is it's an inside job. And what I mean by that, in 1996, I was driving over to my parents for dinner, and across the street runs my wife. And she was running with another man who was not me, and our two dogs. I was in college at the time. I was working a full-time job. I was exhausted. My mind was very dark. And I was like, that's it. It's over. I am ending my life. I just wanted to go to sleep permanently. So I pulled my Honda CRX into the garage. I was listening to The Doors, LA Woman, and I closed the garage, but I left the car running. It was dark. I was starting to cough. I don't know the science behind things, but I only had a few minutes left. And as I was laying there in misery in the car, I had this visual pop through my head that my parents would wonder why I didn't show up for dinner. They would drive to the house, and my dad, I saw him weeping, crying out loud, and carrying my dead body out of the car, in disbelief that this was how it all ended. And that image was so powerful, I decided to pull my medical insurance card out of my pocket that I had just received at work earlier that day and dial the emergency line on the card. It was either Humana or Cigna. I dialed the number, I hear the voice, and I say, "This is Jonathan Dunn. I'm killing myself. I don't even know why I'm calling you." To which the associate replied back, "Suicide? Did you say suicide? This is my first day on the job. Could I put you on hold for just a couple of minutes?" Oh. And I did just that. In my darkest possible time, I smiled and laughed. I remember, even though it was dark in the garage, I smiled and laughed so hard, I remember seeing my teeth in the rear view mirror. And when I smiled and I laughed, I was like, holy shit, I'm capable of being happy again. I mean, I thought that was a mathematical impossibility. But I knew if I could do it for just that one moment, it was in there and I could do it for life. So I turned the car off, I opened the garage, and I was like, holy shit, that was close. Now, however, it's not like 911. When you call the medical ID card, they have your emergency contact. And wouldn't you know, they called my parents. And a few minutes later, because I was just laying there for a while, ambulance, fire truck showed up. Ultimately, my parents showed up. Mom came out of the car all upset. You know, I hadn't been transparent with them about how depressed I was. And went to the hospital, and I remember my mother telling me, now, son, fighting the blues is something you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life. And I remember, and I love my mom, but in that moment, I'm like, that is not going to be my freaking story. And the rest is history. And now, I teach people who have forgotten how to be happy all over the world how to be happy again, and that it's a choice we have to make each and every day. I also started this channel because I want to awaken greatness in people. I love seeing people win. I love seeing people not where I was and accomplishing their dreams and leading their best life. So if any of those topics hit you, please give this channel a follow, and never forget, happiness is an inside job. What you're looking for, it's not out there. It's within you. Have a great God day.